Africans as well. All right, so let's move on to stories of the day. Unfortunately, South Africa, you got a lot to deal with, and now add to that, Eskom saying continuing load shedding, stage 2 from 9 o'clock this morning.
And just taking another look at those figures, the cumulative number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the country now at 287,796. Number of deaths, 4,172. The total number of people who have recovered from the coronavirus is now at 138,241. So that leaves us with the number of active cases at 145,383.
All right, those are the numbers, the contact numbers, 0800 029 999. That's the hotline, 24 hours open to you. The WhatsApp support service, the government one, 0600 123 456.
As we do every morning, let's bring you a provincial breakdown of those statistics. The Western Cape, 79,344, the number of positive cases of COVID-19. Gauteng has 103,713. KwaZulu-Natal, 27,387. The Eastern Cape, 52,058 cases. Free State, 5,632. Limpopo has 3,316. Mpumalanga, 4,299. 10,525 cases in the Northwest Province and 1,522 in the Northern Cape.
All right, well, you've, of course, had a look at those provinces, and then the tests conducted today, 2.1 million. Confirmed cases, 287,796. The recoveries are at 138,241. The death toll in South Africa is sitting at this point at 4,172. And active cases now in South Africa are 145,383.
Looking at that provincial breakdown, Leanne, I think I'll run through the increases and then you can take a quick look at deaths and recoveries. So per province, the number of increases since yesterday in positive cases of COVID-19. The Western Cape has 945 more cases. Gauteng, 5,282 more cases reported. The Eastern Cape, 1,758. KwaZulu-Natal, 1,815. 601 new positive cases in the Northwest Province. 302 in Limpopo. Mpumalanga, 322. The Free State, 408. And 121 additional cases in the Northern Cape.
All right, so the death toll, the Western Cape still, of course, recording the highest amount of deaths. And, it's just so difficult. And I saw an unbelievable meme. It was just, or a post that somebody did the other day. It was just, we just talk numbers, Sakina, but every single one of these numbers is a life, is a family, is a brother, a sister, a wife, whoever it may be that we are reporting on here. And we may not be saying their names, but I can tell you it is devastating. And we send our sympathies to every single one of you affected by those numbers that we report to you every day. As hard as it is, that's unfortunately the official statistics. And there you go, there we go. Oh, the past 7 days, just to give you an idea of what South Africa and our increase has been looking like. So last Tuesday at the same time, we had 102,299 infections in the country, 3,502 deaths. And here we are sitting at 138,241. Those are the recoveries right now. I beg your pardon, I'm looking at the recoveries, not the new cases, but the deaths are at 4,172. So that's just to give you a picture of the last 7 days.
And if anything, the good news there is that yesterday, for the first time in about 5 days, we had less than 12,000 positive cases reported.
Indeed.
Coming in at still an unacceptably high 11,000. But, we are grateful for little mercies at this point.
Definitely. And I mean, you have a look at a country, or not a country, well, we look at America, but we look at a city like New York and the whole state. I think for the first time, they didn't record one single death. And that is a big deal for New York at one stage, they were, the numbers they were churning out was massive. This is the global picture, by the way. This is a little bit outdated. I just want to bring you the updated numbers. That it says still 12.9, but we're actually sitting now over 13 million cases, 13.1 million, recovery 7.2 million, and the death toll is at 572,000 as we speak to you this morning. South Africa still up there, the 9th highest infection rate in the world. We're just below the UK. The UK are sitting at 290,000. We're at 288,000. So, yeah, not a good picture at the moment.
Indeed. That's one distinction we do not want. All right, let's take a look at those trending topics. First up, hashtag Corona vaccine. And this is the story about Russia reporting, Leanne, that they have completed a trial phase and maybe closer to that vaccine.
Yeah, amazing. You know, I found this incredible article, which I've gone and tweeted on my social media. It's from the New York Times, and it basically breaks down all of the different clinical trials that are taking place. So researchers around the world say that they're developing now more than 155 vaccines against the coronavirus. 23 of these vaccines are now in human trials. Vaccines typically require years of research and testing before reaching the clinic, but scientists are now racing to produce a safe and effective vaccine by next year. So there was much excitement on the talk of what was happening in Russia, but you know, Russia, one of many countries that are working on this. So it's interesting to have a look at that. So I do urge you to go and look at that article and do a bit of research on those clinical trials that are taking place right now with those vaccines, as I mentioned, plus or minus 135 vaccine trials taking place.
Right, moving on to the next one, Eskom. It's about load shedding in the main, Leanne, and also about some of the other internal issues with regard to allegations against the chief operating officer at Eskom there, and the Corruption Watch also reporting that the National Union of Mine Workers, that's NUM, saying that the latest allegations that Eskom COO Jan Oberholzer improperly used his position are true. If those are true, he must vacate office now.
All right, then finally, just a very sad story. I'm not sure if look, I don't think you and I are the Glee fans out there, but there are millions of them. And this is a story that's been developing, you know, since a couple of days now. It's a story of one of the Glee actresses and a massive actress at that, because she's one of the most popular on the series, Naya Rivera, dead at 33, and they've been searching for her body. She went out on a boating trip with her son, her 4-year-old son, and apparently, well, we don't know what happened while they were on this boating trip, but they found the son floating alone on this boat, and Naya had completely disappeared. For 4 days they were searching for her body, and it was finally found yesterday. So 33 years old, taken too soon. And I think the story that the son was telling was also something quite incredible, that the mother actually helped him back onto the boat and then just disappeared, and then they found the little one sleeping on the boat.
Yeah, that's what they said, Leanne. Apparently the boy says they went swimming. He was wearing a life vest, but they found an adult life vest on the boat, so she obviously wasn't wearing one. So really, really sad story, and you know, the Glee fans obviously devastated at this news.
All right, so that leads us up to our news headline bulletin. It's just after 6:30. Let's get into the details.